What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Rushi Take Profit, and I'm back at y'all with another video. And in today's video, I just want to go over something that's important that I think I need to show y'all. And it's just a new part of my journey that I haven't really shown, in the sense of like my funded account challenge and where I'm at. And really the risk management. The risk management is something that I want to focus on in this video. I want to be able to show you guys how I've improved my risk management and what that actually looks like, not just day to day, but week to week, right? Now with this funded account, I've only had it for about a month, so I can't show y'all anything month to month wise. But for me personally, this is a new goal that I've hit as far as being profitable, even through the losing weeks and break even weeks. So I kind of want to go over that. I want to show y'all what that looks like and just how important it is to have the risk management down. And it's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong. It took me a long time to get to a point where I can accept having a losing week, knowing that it was small and that I can come back bigger and stronger next week without taking myself out the game. So before this point, right, I would have winning trades, I would have losing trades, but I had the fear of losing so much to the point like I will have a losing week, right, or necessarily a losing streak where I'm losing trades, like losing 3 to 4 trades back to back, getting upset, and then just crashing out in the midst of that losing streak. This month was the first, I would say the second month that I did not crash myself out even when times was hard. And a lot of that could do from my psychology feeling safer, being in a mentorship group. That's just kind of where I'm putting it right now, because that's the only change that I know I've made that physically impacted how my mind takes and handles losses. Me personally, I know me losing trades before, it was more of a beat myself up process behind it, because either I made a mistake or I just didn't see something. So I take that loss and then I move on to the next day. And then if I lose again and it's for a different reason, things just kind of build up and pile up on each other. And for me, honestly, me having those losses with my trading, it kind of left me in like a low state, on myself. But once I got into my mentorship group, it felt like taking L's was just part of the game, even though it's always been that. But being surrounded by like-minded individuals and we're taking similar trades and we're all taking the same outcome, it allows all of us to be like, today was just shitty price action. Today was CPI. Today was FOMC, NFP week. Like, there was more rational reasons for us losing. And then when you lose with other people, you kind of have a sense of like community, and y'all feel better just kind of taking that loss and just knowing, hey, y'all, we just gonna come back tomorrow and we gonna wreck this shit. And I think that's just what I needed for my psychology personally. Now, somebody else may be able to do that for themselves, but me knowing I wasn't able to. Now I get to build and flex that muscle now that I'm in a group. But I think that's one of the biggest factors in why I've been able to improve drastically with my risk management. So I'm gonna put this in here for y'all. If y'all do want that same level of community, hit that first link in my description. It'll also be pinned in my bio on my Instagram. $15 a week. You can get access to everything that I have access to, except my mentor, of course. But you'll have access to me. And if y'all want to work out some lifetime deals, y'all can hit me up on Instagram, and we can get y'all locked in for life, one-time payment, never have to pay again. And it's not even that expensive, trust me. So just hit me up on there with that. But we're gonna get straight into this. So this is today. Let's just go from top to bottom. Let's just start for the whole month. I started this challenge June 20th. June 20th. So exactly a month from recording this video is when I started this funded challenge. Okay. Now, as y'all can see, I'm up 1,800. I was up 2,000, but I took a small loss on Friday. So that's that. Trade winning percentage, y'all can see, is right under 50. I have 23 winning trades, 24 losing trades. So it's pretty much even as far as win percentage goes. But you see that it still pulls a profit, right? My average win-loss ratio is like a 1.43, which isn't ideal, but this is Top Step, and the way they calculate their wins and losses is based on like if you close in partials. Me, I do close partials sometimes and take cons off, just in random scenarios where I just don't feel like the risk is worth it. So that's probably why my win and loss ratio isn't a 2 point. But if I just kept it flat, $500 L's, $1,000 wins, $250 L's, $500 wins, if I kept that consistent profit slash loss amount, I would definitely be in that closer to that 2 point. Okay, so profit factor, out of all the trades and out of all the trades I've taken, I have lost about $4,960, right? Because I'm trading like I'm risking 500 to make 1,000. So these wins and these losses, they add up pretty fast. You got $500 wins, $500 losses that add up quickly, and you got $1,000 wins that add up quickly, right? So in the midst of that, I've lost $4,960, but I've profited a gain total of $6,774, which is why this P&L is this number. Okay, so here y'all can see how I started this account off. So from June 20th to June 30th, so in about 10 days, y'all, I had profited almost 2,000. So at 1,800, right? I was total in profit 1,800. Now, y'all finna see getting into July what happened, right? So as soon as July started, I lost about $1,500. And this was like, these were my losing weeks. These were my weeks where I was struggling. These are my weeks where I was winning, losing, winning, losing, winning, losing, like things like in that nature. In areas where I would have taken myself out the game, essentially, right? So you can see I was already at 1,800, getting that itch like, you only got to make 1,200 more to pass the account. And then boom, take a loss. Upset that I took a loss. Boom, did some dumb shit. Took another loss. Now, we still in the game, but now I can't really go below 50,000 on my accounts blown, right? So I had to lower risk. But I'm gonna show y'all that. Y'all can just see how fast I got to 1,800, and then this whole little streak was just me balancing myself out until where the market was allowing me to get some better trades. And boom, we ended up getting back to 52,000, getting above this, which was almost a month ago. But we get back here. And this is just me not taking myself out the game, right? I'm not in a spot where I could just keep resetting my account, trying to pass super fast. So I have to be more careful with my trades. So it's going to take a little bit longer. But we almost done. We almost there. And so y'all can see how the profit scale. The account's always been above 50K. Ever since I got that first win, I've never hit 50,000 ever again. Now I'm at the point I can't hit 50,000, or I would potentially blow the eval because that'll be 2K and drawdown. It moves up as you profit, right? So once you hit 52,000, you can't lose 2,000. So I can't go below 50,000, $76. That's just how it is. It keeps you like, it keeps you in a state of like always going up and up and up, not really putting yourself in drawdown to blast yourself out the account. You never want to lose $2,000 essentially in a setting, or in a week, or in a month, or whatever, right? The trade should always keep you in the game. So let's start off with how June ended. For that month, it was a profit of 1,853. But I don't really want y'all to focus on monthly P&L. Why? Because this monthly P&L, I'm down $38. I'm actually break even for the month of July. But I want y'all to pay attention to the weeks. I want y'all to pay attention to the weeks and how that factors in over time, to where you shouldn't be too upset taking losses during the week. If you have a bad week, it doesn't mean the end of the world, right? Because most of the times that we lose on a week, we're most likely winning in there too. It's not like we're just losing every day. Because if you lose 3 trades in a row, like 3 days losing, you should just call it a week and come back next week. Something's wrong there. Either your psychology's off, or I don't know if price action is going to be that trash every single day to where you couldn't get like not one profit, but it could happen. I'm not saying it's impossible, right? I want y'all to pay attention to the weeks though. So that first day, I lost $300. Cool. They consider that, that's the week. Boom. That next week, I didn't take any losses this week. Now this day, I overtraded. I definitely did overtrade, but I just brought it back to a break-even state, got off the charts, because that was a bad trading day, right? So you can tell days that I kind of took extra trades, it will say more than 2. I only try to go for 1 to 2 trades a day, right? Now they'll probably give me extra trades depending on when I'm taking profits or if I'm removing contracts, situations like that. I'm trying to stop doing that, because that's me not letting something play out, or that's me being in fear that something's going to go wrong, but in the sense of I'm saving myself. Sometimes it helps me, sometimes it hinders me. But yeah, trying not to ever take more than 2 trades a day without trying to take any type of partials, so I can improve my risk to reward. But risk management is just making sure your wins are bigger than your losses. That's bare minimum play. That's all I'm trying to teach y'all here, is just make sure your wins are bigger than your losses, no matter what. You never want to have losing days that are significantly bigger than your winning days. So yeah, I struggle with that a little bit as well, but only because I was telling y'all in the videos, if y'all been watching, that I risk 500 to make 1,000. But sometimes if I lose 500, I don't know if I'm comfortable risking another 500. And I'm gonna show y'all why, right? So yeah, this week was a winning week, no losses. So that winning week is gonna be huge because I'm not taking any losses, and my wins are anywhere from $500 to $1,000. So boom, we had this trade for 500. We had this trade for 900. So about almost 1,000. So we profited about 1,600. So boom, we go into that next week, which is technically that next month. This week right here was more so a small losing week. I had made 500. The next day I up risk trying to go for, I think I was going for $1,000 win. Took a loss in that trade, went for another entry, started losing that again. Wasn't finna allow myself to lose 1,000. Closed profit early, just called it a day. That I only have one day like that out of this whole entire month. That was probably my worst day, and I can't remember exactly what happened. But you can see here, I took one position for 2 cons, lost 500. And then you could just see from here, these were rush scalped ass entries that they just added to the fire. And I'm not sure if I tried to go in with these are all different entry prices. So these are all different executions. That was a bad day for me. Okay. All right. But I still only ended the week down only $300. That's nothing compared to me winning $500 trades and $1,000 trades. Me being down $350 for the week doesn't mean I'm gonna go into next week and blow my shit. You understand? But these 2 days back to back were pretty heavy for me. Why? Because I reached a new high in the account, and you can't lose 2,000. So when I lost 857, I lost 627. That was like $1,500, meaning I only had one more $500 trade left before I blew my eval. Now, came back the next day, lower risk, I caught a dub. I'm just gonna take it, right? I'm not gonna be like, damn, I could have went 2 cons and been up 1,000. No, keep yourself in the game. Lower the risk. If you get a dub, cool. I gave myself 2 more chances instead of just having 1 more chance. So one of those chances, they hit. Boom, we back in the game. We up 500. We just slow trail, right? Ended that week off, small loss, cool. Next week, $300 loss, $200 win. I think here I don't know what happened. Let's see. I think I was just still lowering risk. Can't really remember that date by heart. That was a Tuesday from 2 weeks ago. But I have a journal. That's why you always keep a journal of your trades as well to understand what happened. So, I mean, it's the weekend. This is probably the time I do stuff like this, which is why I'm bringing out this video. I'm in the middle of doing it. So, this week was also a small losing week. Now, if you add up last week's loss with this week's loss, guess what? It's still smaller than my $1,000 win. One win will wipe both of these losing weeks out, and we're back in profit, right? And that's exactly what happened that following Monday. $924 win, close to 1,000. We're definitely back in the game, back at a good mental state. Boom. Next day, break even. 4 trades, only lost $7. Trying to see what happened here. I lower risk on this day. I usually do two cons. But yeah, took a setup on NQ. It failed me. Then we realized the market was going short, so I found the opportunity on US 30. Took that, broke even, called it a day. I'm never trading Wednesdays again. And y'all probably heard me say this, but I'm never trading Wednesdays again. I don't even know why I kept trying, but you can see why. If I could show y'all my win percentage for Wednesdays, it's damn near 10%. I never win on a Wednesday. Never. I can go back in my journal and show y'all that shit. I have a journaling video as well that I'm pretty sure I spoke on it. But just think about this, right? These 2 trades total up to $1,200. If I never traded these 2 Wednesdays, this account would be passed. Just keeping it real. I don't win on Wednesdays. I'm done trading Wednesdays. So that's what I did not do this week. I did not trade Wednesday. I don't care if the team makes money. I don't care if my mentor makes money on Wednesday. I'm not trading this bitch. I can't because I never win on Wednesdays. And it's funny because the Wednesdays that I don't trade is the Wednesdays that everybody else wins. Like, it's so weird. But I'd rather just keep from what I see, my results, my trading journal, Wednesdays are like my kryptonite. I just call them wacky Wednesdays, weird Wednesdays. They're dog shit to me. Okay? Never traded Wednesday. But look what it did for me this week. So these 2 trades here, I was up about $1,500, $1,400. And that left me with Friday. Friday, I was trying to pass this damn account. Took a $500 loss. I don't know if y'all was trading Friday, y'all would have seen the spikiness that was going on. It was crazy. But all in all, I got lucky. It slipped me out that position. I was going for shorts, and that was on Friday for NQ. Bro, that trade hit. That trade hit for me. But I was getting spiked out so much. Like, I don't know what was going on. There was some spiking going on. And I think I had my profit. Yeah, I had broke even. And that's how I got slipped out. It was right about here. This little move that y'all see right here, like this small little wick, that was literally like a spike. Like, it was doing crazy shit. That's where that spike came from. But yeah, it took me out the trade, but actually that trade would have played out for me. I would have ended that day in profit as well. But all in all, what I want to speak on is if you have a break-even week or a small losing week, if you have a number that you make a profit off of, like if I make $1,000 in one day, right? I shouldn't be worried about me having a losing week of $300. It was just a slow week, bad price action. You can come back on Monday and wipe all of that out and continue going. Keep yourself in the game. You're going to have bad days. You might have 2 bad days back to back. But what could I do? This could have been a valid losing day. Fine. But I know I can't win on Wednesdays like that. I could have saved myself that extra $600 just by not trading, which would have made this a profit of about $300 this week. It would have been a small winning week. I just want y'all to pay attention. Journal, keep data, use it to your advantage. It's really what I wanted to say here in this vid. You know what I'm saying? It may not seem like the biggest thing, but it's the main thing. Just understand your psychology behind it. Do things to improve it. Like I said, if y'all need some guidance, y'all need some structure, y'all need some community, y'all need some answers, y'all need some advice, hit me up on the Instagram in the DMs. Hit the link in the bio. Join the team. Join Team FBA. I told y'all things are gonna change when I get in this mentorship. I was not playing. I've been uploading more, making shorts for you guys. My trading is improving. Life is improving 1% better every single day. We just gonna keep doing it. We just on a steady track, steady motion, steady flow. We don't care about the money when it comes to trading. We care about the process. We care about what's actually happening. We caring about how we can get better. We caring about how we can be more consistent, how we can lose less. Focus on the process, not the profit. In a sense, you want profit, but not the money. You understand? Like, this has to just become nothing to you. $1,000, boo, boo-hoo, yay, cool. Damn, I lost 500. Whatever. Tomorrow. It's that simple. Stay in the game. Know when to lower risk. If you're getting close to blowing something, and you don't have the money to like redo an eval, or you close to blowing your funded account, lower your risk. Give yourself more chances to shoot yourself back into the game. Don't be trying to blow yourself out the water if you can't mentally handle it. That's for people that have money to keep shooting. All right. That's it for this video. Risk management is key. Join Team FBA. Link in the description. I ain't gonna say it again. But without further ado, I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all keep God first. Keep grinding and growing. I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace.